Good morning, Baby Beats. Sorry I can't be live today, but I have chemotherapy. So this is a little pre-recording. My name's Naomi Mitchell. I'm 38. I'm the proud mama of two beautiful children. I have a flame-haired 12-year-old, and then we had a little bit of a gap where we run into some issues. And we now have our latest addition, Harrison, who's a year old. So I'm speaking today from experience of being a mum suffering with third and fourth trimester skincare issues. Also, unfortunately, when Harrison was 6 months old, I was diagnosed with stage 4B Hodgkin's lymphoma, and so suddenly thrown into the mix with my postpartum body, chemotherapy, and the issues that cancer was causing me. So today, really, I want to speak predominantly about postpartum skin. I'm outside because it's a beautiful day and the baby's teething, so he's with Daddy because he can be a little bit noisy and whingy as he's cutting his back teeth. So I'm just going to run through some of the biggest skincare issues that I encountered and that a lot of postpartum women encounter, such as hormonal acne, melasma or pigmentation, where we get that, it's called the pregnancy mask, where you get darkening on the skin. Also facial spider veins. I suffer with these particularly on my cheeks. They're covered today, but I suffer with those quite badly actually after my first and second pregnancies. Postpartum dry skin and sensitivity, and also lackluster eyes or dark eye circles, and last but not least, stretch marks, because for me that was such a huge body issue that I had to overcome and learn to deal with. And my first baby was at 25, so I found that quite distressing to begin with. So I'm going to run through hormonal acne first. This is caused by skyrocketing progesterone and then fluctuations in the estrogen after you've given birth. This means that you can suffer with increased sebum oil production on the skin because the oil glands go a little bit into overdrive, much like you might have seen during pregnancy. I was really fortunate in my first and second trimesters. My acne cleared up for me and I felt I had beautiful skin, and then in the third and fourth trimester it reared its ugly head again. This oil, the sebum on the face, the increased sebum production from these hormonal fluctuations, clog the pores, and then that's what leads to the pimples. Now, if you are suffering particularly badly with cystic acne, where you get the huge pimples, I had one on my face here just after Harrison was born, and I had to see a doctor. Please seek your GP's help and advice, or a dermatologist, a reputable dermatologist, because you will need very particular products. For those just suffering very generally with hormonal acne, the rest of my acne I could manage with over-the-counter products. I recommend cleansing your face religiously twice daily, and I know how hard it is to get a really good cleansing ritual into a very busy day with a newborn baby, with all the feeding and the lack of sleep. However, try and get that ritual in and that regime absolutely nailed, because you will reap the benefits with your skin from it. So you need to find a really gentle cleanser, because acne skin tends to be super sensitive. You need to be using a mild cleanser with natural products such as aloe vera and eucalyptus, because they really help to cleanse the skin and regulate some of the bacteria on the skin as well. And aloe vera is particularly healing. You might find a lot of aloe vera in products for sunburn, and it's the same. It helps the allantoin and it helps to reduce some of the redness. You also need a lightweight oil-free product to moisturize your face with. Acne skin still tends to get very dry. I had lots of acne blemishes all over my chin and my jawline, yet my cheeks were really dry, and my eyebrows, which are almost non-existent now, eyebrows were super flaky. So I had this this postpartum dry irritable skin and all of this acne. So what you really need to do is find something that's rich in hyaluronic acid. It's a bit of a hero ingredient because it's really good for hydration, given that it holds 10 times its own weight in water. So a water-based serum with hyaluronic acid in. Also products that contain ingredients that really help fight acne, such as vitamin B3 and zinc. These help to regulate sebum control on the skin. And I would always try and source the most natural products for these, because you really don't want to be putting harsh chemicals on postpartum skin skin because it is still settling post-birth. I also recommend using a good clay mask once a week because this will help draw out impurities, and also you want to speed up your skin renewal if you've got acne, because you want it's called desquamation. You want your dead skin cells to slough off your face, and you want that newer skin to come through. Now babies, I know when I'm massaging Harrison, it's such a pleasure because his skin is so soft and velvety, but for us ladies, our skin doesn't renew anywhere near as quickly as a baby's skin. It takes between 28 and 40 days for skin renewal, so you want to speed up that process with a really gentle exfoliator. You want to only do it once a week because you don't want to be irritating your skin too much, and so I would recommend a gentle exfoliator. Try and find a naturally sourced one with either bamboo or rice powders in that doesn't contain those nasty microplastics that end up obviously in the natural system, and just to use that once a week just to help gently exfoliate and bring those dead skin cells, slough them off and bring the newer skin underneath and speed up that renewal. Moving on now, I've got a little note here because I always get this word wrong, but it's an ingredient that you need to look out for to avoid. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to cover is melasma, or pigmentation of the skin. And unfortunately the sun's gone, but I'm wearing an SPF 50 today. I recommend an SPF 30, but melasma, sometimes called the pregnancy mask, is where lighter skin gets darker patches. I particularly had some here around my moles on my face, or darker skin gets lighter patches. That's caused by UV exposure, so sun damage, and also increased in estrogen and progesterone can speed up that pigmentation. It can and does fade perhaps 4 to 6 months postpartum, but it doesn't disappear completely. And there are a few ingredients in products that you can use that sometimes help and are particularly heralded by trending beauticians and facialists. So even though it fades post-delivery, what you want to do is not let that pigmentation get any darker. So you absolutely need to use an SPF 30 or higher. That can either be in the form of mineral or chemical sunscreen. Please find sun creams that do not contain, and this is the word, oxybenzone. Not only is that damaging to the environment, but that can cause skin reactions, and your skin is particularly sensitive in the 4th trimester. So you want to use an SPF 30 plus, either in a sun cream or a really good foundation. The foundation I'm wearing today has SPF 35 in it, so I'm covered entirely because I'm on a chemotherapy. For any chemotherapy mamas out there, where the sun can cause particular reactions on my skin. So you need a decent SPF to try and fade those sunspots or the pigmentation quicker. I would recommend a very gentle and natural chemical peel. You can use a mechanical peel like a face scrub, which I mentioned for the hormonal acne, but I find a chemical peel actually a little bit more effective here because it's quite gentle. So you need to find a non-invasive chemical peel, perhaps a naturally derived one, with potent ingredients to encourage the pigment producing cells to slow while encouraging the surface pigment to slough away, and so that will speed up the skin renewal and help those darker spots fade much more quickly. Also, topical treatments that contain vitamin C and vitamin E. Vitamin E will nourish as the vitamin C brightens. Vitamin C is very trendy at the moment, but it's because it works. So you need to find a vitamin C product where the vitamin C is bound very successfully to prevent oxidization, because some vitamin C products oxidize as soon as you're putting them on the skin and therefore renders them useless. So please do your homework. And postpartum, some vitamin A products in very small doses. So we're looking at bioretinols here rather than those harsher retinols. Especially if you're nursing, you want to stay away from retinols. But if you can find products with bioretinols, a very small amounts of vitamin A, and those will help brighten the skin as well. So that's for melasma and hyperpigmentation. You need to be finding a gentle peel to help exfoliate. You need an SPF 30 or above at all times, either in your foundation or in your skin cream, and then those Heroes products with vitamin C and E in particularly. Next, I'm moving on to facial spider veins, and for those of you who don't know what they are, they're tiny little blood vessels, normally around the nose and on the cheeks. I have them particularly on my cheeks, so I like to cover them up with a sheer foundation. But these are caused by increased blood circulation and also fluctuating hormone levels, and they like a little spider-like effect, and on me they make my cheeks look particularly red and angry, even though they're not that sensitive. Now, these little blood vessels, 6 months postpartum, should start to diminish and fade between 4 to 6 months. However, if, like me, the chemotherapy has also exacerbated this problem, if, like me, a year on you are still suffering with these little spider veins, there are a few products that you can try that will help to fade them. I'm certainly trying these. So try red raspberry extract. It's a bioflavonoid. Okay, and that strengthens vessels, and it's safe to use whilst nursing. Also, any kind of emollient containing shea butter, olive oil, plant oils that will soften the skin. So try a raspberry extract product, a bioflavonoid, and then shea butters, murmury butters, olive oil really penetrate the epidermal layer and help to nourish where those spider veins are. Failing that, you're looking at laser treatment, but I wouldn't ever like to try anything like that on my skin. I like to use natural products only, especially given that I'm a walking toxin at the minute with the chemotherapy. In addition to hormonal acne, hyperpigmentation, spider veins, your skin can go the other way, or you can become really combination. And so, especially in the 4th trimester, and I suffered with this particularly badly in the hairline, around my eyebrows and on my cheeks, is postpartum dry skin, or really irritated and sensitive skin. And I found that mine became very flaky, very red, and angry looking. And this is due to the hormonal changes, and these hormonal changes can actually sap the moisture out of the skin, sap the skin of the lipids during and immediately following pregnancy, and this is what leads to the dryness in those particular places, especially for me. So in this scenario, you need to use a really gentle, unscented cleanser, because you do not want to irritate that dry skin any further. You don't want to cause any more redness. And so fragrance-free and additive-free. Don't buy anything with parabens or preservatives or additives in, because often your skin can be really highly sensitized to those products. You need to find a product that is rich in hyaluronic acid, and I mentioned this with the acne. And again, it's a multi-purpose ingredient. It just really hydrates skin, and it sinks really nicely deep into the epidermis, and then because it holds 10 times its own weight in water, it really helps to hydrate your skin. So you need to find a product rich in hyaluronic acid, and also a product that contains those natural lipids that you need to put back into your skin, such as shea butter and jojoba seed oil. I'm a massive fan of golden jojoba oil and sweet almond oils and anything containing shea nut butter, because it really hydrates the skin along with the hyaluronic acid, and it helps to smooth away those flakes. For your red patches, I would recommend trying to find a product such as a mask or a moisturizer that contains sea buckthorn, and to try and apply it very liberally once a week, because that will help to soothe some of the red patches, especially. Like with the acne and the melasma, I would recommend trying a very gentle exfoliator. Stay away from a mechanical one, purely because that could irritate, the scrubbing could irritate those red patches and those flakes. I would try a very gentle non-invasive chemical peel, like a very natural peel, like I mentioned earlier with the melasma for super sensitive skin, and to only use that once a week, but just put it on targeted areas to try and gently slough away those dead flakes on your skin, because you still want your skin to renew and hydrate whilst you're doing it. And with anything like that, you can, after it's been on the skin for 5 minutes, you can then almost chase it with a hyaluronic acid product, as it'll sink deeper into epidermal layer whilst that peel is working. So one that's got a very low 5 to 10% very natural acid in it. Moving on, I found that I had huge dark circles, and I still have a year on after having Harrison around my eyes, just through lack of sleep. And now with my chemotherapy regime, I'm on so many steroids and they keep me up at night, and so my eyes, I particularly suffer with dark circles. Unfortunately, the only thing that's going to get rid of your puffy eyes and your dark circles is sleep, and that's not going to happen. So in order to help combat that, you need to find a reputable eye cream or eye product. I tend to like eye serums during the day, but you need to find one that has natural peptides and caffeine derivatives in it, because these really help to combat puffiness around the eyes, and just use them on the under eye area and then on your arches here. And also you need to find an eye product that has turmeric extract and vitamin C, and because those two products really help to lighten dark circles. So you're looking for something containing caffeine or plant peptides that combat puffiness around the eyes, and then turmeric extract and vitamin C to help brighten those circles. And last but not least, this was the biggest one for me, because my tummy, my bottom, my thighs were covered in them from about 6 months into my pregnancy, just as I hit the third trimester at 25 years old when I was pregnant with Georgia, and that is stretch marks. I was a tiny thing when I got pregnant, and Georgia was almost 10 pounds on arrival, and I carried a lot of extra fluid as well when I was pregnant with Georgia. Stretch marks are caused, unfortunately, by extreme stretching of the skin, and so it's tears in elastin, and there's not much. You'll see a lot of products on the market. There's no real medical evidence to say that these products will get rid of your stretch marks, unfortunately, ladies. So the stretch marks, when they first appear, mine appeared in the third trimester, it caused lots and lots of itching, and they were really bright pink and red, and some of them were blue and really angry looking. I can assure you, 12 years on when I've had my other baby and I've got new stretch marks, the old ones, they do fade with time. What you can do to help alleviate the itching and the dryness is to massage, to stimulate your blood circulation in the skin, and massage with really nourishing emollients, so jojoba oils, shea butters, argan oils, almond oils, and these, oh sorry, we've got a fly added to the mix. As you massage your body with these will help to stimulate circulation. If you're not nursing, and if you're nursing, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you're not nursing, you can use retinols in the fourth trimester, towards the end of the fourth trimester. They are proven to boost collagen production. If you're nursing, I would say you can try and find a bioretinol, which is much safer and less likely to cause skin sensitivity. So a product that has that in small amounts if nursing. Failing that, you're looking at laser treatment. However, they will fade to become much less noticeable and very silvery with time. And if you massage your skin regularly with those really nourishing emollients, you will find that it helps them to fade, and it keeps on top of the itching much quicker. My last top tip as a skin care enthusiast is drink lots and lots of water. I was nursing, and I was constantly forgetting to hydrate myself, and so your skin is the largest organ on your body, and you need to nourish it from within as well, so you need to drink lots and lots of water. I recommend when bathing to use products with dead sea salts in, mineral sea salts, because these really help to cleanse and very gently exfoliate the skin on your legs and your arms. If you've suffered with those tiny little raised bumps like I do, a nice sea salt exfoliator, and try and take time for some touch therapy, for some massage, because it will help with lymphatic drainage, and it will also help to stimulate your skin with the blood circulation. So those are my top tips for you postpartum fourth trimester ladies. Also, all of the products I've mentioned can be sought for during your third trimester. If you're suffering with these during your third trimester, often the third trimester skin we suffer with follows us postpartum, unfortunately. Just make sure though that if you are sourcing a product that has retinol in, that you're not using it during pregnancy and that you're not using it whilst you are nursing. That's all from me today. You'll find the link to my private Facebook group where I sell my skincare products at the end of this video, and also the link to my online shop and my digital catalogue. But I hope that that's been informative, and that I hope that helps to address some of your postpartum skin concerns. Thank you, Baby Beats.